Hello and welcome to the Bantering Weebs. I'm Samael Joe, your filthy casual. We do have our special guest tonight, Phantom, right there. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up? I'm Joe, JRT Phantom. This is my second podcast ever, which should be interesting.
Excellent.
Sweet.
Yeah. Get burned, kid. Get burned.
How
Yeah.
to get burned?
Burned. Because you burned.
So yeah. Next
And then
introduction.
we
We
got
got Zip, your usual support. Yeah. Usual
Yo, hey,
usual boy.
Heal Me. And
I
we
got the
got our
heels
boy
for
right
you.
here. Boop.
hey, yo, it's me,
Hey
CEO.
yo.
Hey, yo,
Hey, yo.
I don't have a toothpick.
I know, flicking it.
Chico.
Oh, there we go.
We'll talk a little bit more about that in a little later.
Yeah, so I'm Alan, your resident what was I gonna say? Oh, your resident nope, don't remember. Anyways, I
Your
got you
resident don't
DPS.
remember.
We can
It's the
do
boy.
DPS. We can do whatever we want.
He's our Wellness
Oh,
Wednesday.
that's what it was. I was gonna be your resident skill-based snob.
That sounds about right.
So all right.
It's on brand.
Yeah.
On brand.
That's
Yeah.
on brand. That's on brand right there.
Yeah. Yep.
So our usual first segment in the beginning is show me what you got. So is our usual what has transpired in the past 2 weeks, anything you want to talk about, news wise, game wise, anime, anything. For me this week, I went to see Uncharted. Finally, it only had 3 showings left, so it's probably going to be leaving the theaters soon. Tom Holland did a pretty good job. A lot of backstabbing, as par for the course for the video game. Um,
That's what we like.
yeah, they did show the trailer, like little um, small trailers for the Flash, Black Adam,
Yep.
I think Aquaman are the next
Aquaman. Yeah,
DC that are
Aquaman.
coming up.
Yep.
They're actually looking pretty good. So I'm actually excited, and I believe the Flash will be tapping into their version of the multiverse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's gonna be fun. Um, let's see.
Dude, the
Uh,
multiverse is like Bitcoin, dude. Once it
Mhm.
came out, everybody else was like, "Oh shit, they did multiverse. Now we have to do multiverse. Otherwise, we're going to be obsolete."
of
Yeah.
course,
Feel me?
that's gotta jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I recently started to get back into Monster Hunter Rise.
Yep.
The expansion is coming out. As far as we know, June, June. I think in the end of June.
Yeah, that sounds
It's
about
gonna be
right.
called Sunbreak.
Yeah, Sunbreak.
Uh, GameStop is doing a $100 collector's edition pre-order online for now.
Oh wow.
Physical reserves aren't up yet. They're probably going to be coming with 3 new amiibos. Um, and I think as of right now, all the event quests that they give you during the game for free has stopped. So
Oh really?
whatever they're giving out now, up to this point, is free. Everything after that, I'm assuming we're going to have to start paying for it, or they might just put a stop on it for now until Sunbreak comes out, and then they'll resume.
Wow.
So yeah. Um,
Okay.
let's see what else. I don't think there's anything else on my end. You know, I kind of want to give tribute. We'll talk about this more, but famous WWE wrestler has passed away. Scott Hall.
Yep.
You may have known him as Razor Ramon. But we'll get further into that after the show me what you got. So let's go ahead and go to Zip.
Alrighty. Oh, so I got one thing or two things for showing what you got. One is I was watching Reacher TV series from Amazon itself. So if you know of Jack Reacher of the movie way back with
Oh, Tom Cruise.
Tom
Yeah, Tom
Cruise.
Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
This one is based more off of the actual book itself. And the actor is Alan Richson. Pretty much a
What was that name?
Alan Richson.
Richardson, I think.
Yeah.
Richardson.
Okay.
Ritchson. I'm butchering the name right now, but he's pretty much the definition of what the book, of what the character of the book should be, or how they should look itself. Very imposing, big brute, kind of guy itself. So watching series itself, it's very similar to the Jack Reacher the movies itself, but they steered more towards, I believe, the book itself, and the way he gave the presence itself of the the showing itself, really well, really good itself. So far from what I've seen, I've really enjoyed it. If you have time to watch it, it's on Amazon. So if you have Amazon Prime, it's right there. Watch it for free if you have Amazon Prime. Well, if you don't watch it for free, you're paying for Amazon Prime. But
maybe we're paying
Maybe.
for it,
Right?
Yeah.
or maybe
Maybe
well,
somebody's
use
paying
Maybe
for
your
it. Not
use
us.
his account like my
use
girl
someone
is.
else's account.
My girl uses my.
You have a family relative that you
What
borrow
do you
their
think?
account
I'm made
for.
out of money?
You know, speaking of actually Amazon, I think I caught something new. It's Art of the Beholder. It's like it's the art of Dungeons and Dragons in the early days, the
Oh, I think I
TSR.
saw that. I didn't watch
Yeah,
it, see it or anything,
it's
but that
pretty
was
good.
pretty much one of the ones that recommended for whenever I open up my Prime Video or anything. That's one of the ones
Gross.
that popped up as recommended itself.
Recommended.
So I'll probably end up some point watching that soon itself. The second one, which is the major one, is I got myself a new car.
Yep.
Oh, I saw
Yep.
that
Yeah,
on social
I got
media.
myself
I took
a
pictures of that.
nice 2018 RAV4 hybrid itself.
Amazing.
So
Because them gas
I needed a
prices.
car. I needed a car for a long time itself. I've been looking at the RAV4 for a while itself. Main one is
You can haul his cosplays around
hauling my
finally.
cosplay.
Yeah.
Hauling my cosplay, all
Actually,
my big
those are
armor and stuff. So that's
actually
one of the
really
major ones. And I want to have it. I didn't want to have like a big SUV, so I want to have something in between. So nothing huge, but nothing small itself.
what she
And
said.
exactly.
I would have said that.
Yeah.
And
That was Joe's line.
I was like, should we say that on the
Yeah.
stream? I don't know.
Too predictable. That's why I stole it.
yeah.
Predictable.
So and driving for with the gas pricing now, like, oh my god. Like
Mm-hmm.
I drove like the whole entire week itself. And I ended up like at maybe little under half a tank itself by the end of the week itself. Whereas
That's incredible.
I drive my normal old Toyota Corolla, and like I usually have to fill up on like end of third day and or fourth day going to work, or might be able to get to work with it itself before having to fill up itself.
Disgusting.
So yeah, so mileage very good. I'm glad I got it. And at some point it'll be we'll be getting it wrapped. Strongly it would be a Cowboy Bebop theme itself.
You
As
should
I was
just make
telling
into the
most of the
swordfish.
Bro, exactly. That's what we were saying, bro. You
I was
gotta
somewhat-
make your vehicle the vehicle.
We'll see.
And then
we'll
your spike in it, right?
see.
That's the swordfish. He's making
Mm,
it into the swordfish.
we'll see. I
The
might. We'll,
swordfish.
we'll see how
What Hollyberry
how
swordfish?
things goes itself. How the wrap or how the graphics. If I'm able to get something that looks good and the graphics that makes it as a swordfish viable itself, I might be able to do that. Self. Um, but that's those are my show me what you got. Uh, not that much scene itself. A lot of other things in the works itself. And convention wise itself. So you'll be hearing that or seeing that at a much later date itself. And with
Cool.
that, we bring it down to Christian.
CEO here.
Show us what you got.
Oh, okay. I don't think I'm at liberty to show you what I got, but I'll show you what I've been doing.
It's a family
Um,
show. You can't be showing what you got.
okay, so blame Joe. Joe's
Out
been
of
a bad
context.
influence with those kind of jokes, so I blame Joe. Anyway, yeah. Okay, trolling. Okay. So, all right, Alan. Okay, I know there's some people that are not a big fan of the series. I'm not. I don't want to debate. Now's not the time to debate, but I enjoy it. I
Wait.
did
Why
watch
you gotta call
Jujutsu
me
why,
out?
why,
Kaisen
why,
Zero.
why calling him out so
Yeah,
hard?
I didn't even say anything.
I, I,
Man
I'm,
just throws him under the bus without even knowing what we're talking about yet.
I am,
Already
I
on
am,
blast.
no, I am, no, I'm doing a prelude to. So I recently watched Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. Yeah, see, because I know you were gonna call me out on it first. So,
He went
um,
for the
Oh, you pulling
preemptive
Eminem
strike.
on me? How dare you?
How
Go back to
dare
the
you?
panel.
but
Okay. All
the
right.
series does have its fans. I am one of them. It's because I relate. I can relate a lot to some of the characters there. So yeah,
What
that's
the main
why. But
character? Are you, do you
so
like?
so no spoilers, but it just shows the class before the what the current season was. So it shows the first year's class from the year before. So it shows how he got recruited Yota, and yeah, Gojo recruited Yota. I mean, sorry. And Maki was in that class. Toga and Panda. So you get to see them in their first year together. So it's a fun little movie. There was a lot of good crowd reaction. The theater was packed, more packed than I thought. So hopefully they can add more, because the franchise does have its fans, and yeah, and I mean it's just good to see more media on there for that. Um, on the gaming tip, I recently been playing Final Fantasy Origins, Stranger in Paradise, and
Chaos.
yep, Chaos. So it's a great Souls like game. The gameplay is Souls like, but you do have to get used to hearing the word chaos every couple of minutes, especially
He's
in
Nah,
the
not
it was
cutscenes.
shorter
kidding.
than that.
And
It was
I'm not kidding.
easily higher.
These guys have seen me stream. I am not kidding. That's not an exaggeration.
Yeah, yeah.
But the gameplay is satisfying. Especially when you do the kill move at the end where you turn them into crystals and shatter them. Um, so it's pretty fun. The only critique I have in it is, it, to a lot of people, actually, it's not really a complaint to me, but I can see why other people complain about it. Because I'm a J, I love JRPGs, but um, the one thing that is time consuming with JRPGs, but I have a lot of fun, is walking around town and talking to people. I do that a lot. Well, with at least where the parts I am in Final Fantasy Origins, you don't really walk around talking to people. You're mostly doing missions. You talk to people, but you're talking to people on the overworld map. Um, and that's about it. You're not really exploring a town or walking around, which is, if you kind of think about it, it's kind of cutting the fat. So you're just, you're just there to just fight your missions and then report back. And the other complaint I have is managing your inventory. If you guys have noticed, you get a lot of loot after your kills, but you can only hold, your loot's limited, and how you manage it is kind of convoluted because you're constantly looking for your most powerful loot. Um, you kind of have to let go of your weaker armor, but it's time consuming on that. So as far as that goes, I have a complaint on that. Now you can itemize it. You can, um, there's an option where the game equips you with the highest rated armor, but it doesn't put into account your job class, because if you wear certain armor, it makes your job class stronger. So if you're like wearing like mage's outfits and your job class is a black mage, it makes that stronger. But if you just press the optimize button, it'll just equip you with the strongest armor. It doesn't take into account the bonuses. So that's the other complaint I have. But
So
other
if
than
you're
this,
wearing plain, so if you're wearing plain tights, is that makes a jobber stronger?
yeah, that makes the jobber stronger. Yeah, it moves them up another half point.
It goes.
They have to be plain and they have
You
to be neon.
you get to kick out twice.
Hmm.
And then one thing that just came on in my head, and I forgot what it was called, but I did mention to it in our group chat offline. Um, I didn't catch Microsoft's indie showcase, but they did have an indie showcase last week. Um, I'm mostly a PlayStation fan, and I like Nintendo, but I do have Xbox, just to play Game Pass stuff. But um, there's this one little indie game, that's a wrestling game, but it's a wrestling RPG. So basically, it's a turn-based RPG, but you wrestle, and they have Jake the Snake Roberts and Andre the Giant in there.
No way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
Hey,
sent the
put it
link.
down, Ninkos.
I sent the
Continue
link to you
talking. I'll
guys.
look at what it was.
What's the name of the
Of it.
game?
I sent the link to you guys last week, so
Did you?
I did, yeah,
WrestleQuest.
yes, thank you, WrestleQuest.
Wrestle Quest.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's a turn-based wrestling RPG, and yeah, so it looks fun. I hope that it goes um, to other platforms like the Switch, because this definitely looks like a Switch game. But
Oh, so it looks bad. Is what you're saying?
It's
no,
it's a, it's a sprite. It's like a
it's
top down
sprite-based.
sprite based
Yeah,
game.
Okay.
Nintendo, because I'm a Vita fan, and Sony ditched the Vita when PlayStation 4 became successful, and the only companies that kept the Vita alive for the longest time were the indie developers. So the Vita became the indie machine, and it lasted way longer than it should be. But now the Nintendo Switch is kind of taken over as being the indie machine. But
Hmm.
I can see how Microsoft is trying to get indie developers on their side as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if WrestleQuest was going to be Microsoft exclusive, at least for the first year, because I just have a feeling that Microsoft really wants to up their indie developer game, because PlayStation has has strong indie developer support, as well as the Switch, and I think Microsoft really wants to prove that they can support the indies. And if you want to check it out, the looks like the links right there of the preview. So it looks like a fun game. So hopefully it drops on Game Pass, so I can just play it on Game Pass and I don't have to buy it. But Yeah, looks like a fun game, and looking forward to playing it when it releases.
Just the
Uh,
concept alone makes me want to play it.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
the
mean, we still
concept
need
is
to.
very interesting. Turn-based RPG. Yeah,
We still
turn-based
all.
wrestling RPG.
Yeah, we still all need to hook up, and I don't know if they ever updated Retromania.
Oh yeah,
Should we
definitely.
actually do it? Online
Yeah,
multiplayer.
if yeah, I
Other
mean,
than
originally they were. I think they were shooting for that, just never happened.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
Uh,
that's my show me what you got, and then I will pass the ball to this guy.
This guy right here.
this
Hey,
Alan.
is
Alan,
it's
Baba's house.
me,
Alan up.
Daddy Good Daddy.
Alan.
Alan
That
goes
guy.
Good
up.
I'm
daddy, good
Alan.
daddy.
Yeah. What was my name again? What did I call myself again? I was
Skill try hard.
there. No.
Tryhard.
Oh, skilled snob. Yeah,
Skills
Skill
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 snob.
snob.
skill based snob. I like that one.
There you go.
Skill based snob. Yeah. So my show me what you got is just I'm just gonna highlight a little project I've been doing online. I did it today, and I think Joe was there for it. But I started
Yeah, you weren't
really.
online at the same time because I tried to go at the time that you usually stream, and you were gone. I was like, oh, you probably must have streamed early.
I no. I today I was late. I was on 10 minutes late because I had
Oh,
like a couple problems with I've been having some problems with my shit. So, but today was good. Um, Basically, I've been like watching things on Netflix or YouTube on silent, and even today somebody kind of like posted a suggestion. But I'll take like a little scene like Earth at night, right? Like a little fish swimming around, or it was a dark hole and a fish like emerging from it, like
oh, that sounds
it
cool.
made it look hella big and dark, right? So I would create the music to it without hearing the original music,
Yeah,
and so
like bow chicka
that's
wow
what we've
wow,
done.
and I just
And
killed.
when we make a movie, I
Restart
want to like
Allen.
do every part of it.
Yeah,
What? What'd you say?
bow chicka wow wow.
Now you froze for a little bit. I was
Oh, you
saying
froze
I
for
Yeah.
a moment.
commented
Oh, I
restart
froze.
Allen.
In mid
Refresh Allen.
Am I? What?
refresh
Am
it.
I lagging a
You're
lot?
good.
No, just that moment.
Oh, just
Yeah,
a
you
Just
froze
moment.
for like a second. Yeah.
it's a
You're like,
small brief.
and that was it.
In Thriller.
Yeah, Thriller blows.
And with that, I'll put a highlight. This is his
Oh,
stream, guys.
nice, dude. Thank
Guys,
you.
hit it. Shout out to him.
Boom.
Show
Yeah,
some
it
support.
completely
Yeah,
covers these three people when that happens.
and that channel mainly streams on Wednesdays around noon, Fridays around noon. Am I right there, Chief?
Yep.
And
Yep.
he occasionally
Wednesday,
does tarot
Friday, and
card readings.
Saturday.
And he
Yeah.
occasionally does tarot card
And
readings, which is
other than
fun.
that, if you guys are in the Oakland area, hit this Baba's house. Hit his place up,
It
man.
is a restaurant and chill lounge upstairs with snacks.
Mhm.
So if come by, grab a bite, chill upstairs,
It's
do your
not even
thing.
just chill. It's lo-fi as fuck
It's
with like I don't know, like usually like R&B or
If you're
Afrobeat
into
or
if you're into Najubis, then you're into
I mean like that too, but it's not just boom bap. We play all kinds of stuff. We're set up
yeah.
for vinyl. I recently like
Mhm.
attuned our sound system and it sounds fucking fresh, dude. We're rocking off a couple like big Sansui speakers that have super high fidelity. And, you know, it's on brand with the shop because everything we sell there is like Asian. Usually, almost everything there is Asian owned. So it's kind of like just that vibe. We've got our. I don't know if you guys know the artist Squid Liquor, but
No.
they do like really bright, vibrant, like neon esque sort of like uh, digital art, and
Okay.
they've got the like protect our elders, you know, all that stuff. It's fucking sick.
Oh,
And
nice.
upstairs is just vibey as fuck. We got like blue light, so it's basically like this kind of like blue and pink, but not that, but like that. You know what I mean? And we do events and stuff like that.
Now, do you have my number one favorite Asian hard candy or semi hard candy, the White Rabbit?
Hell, dude,
yeah,
you obviously don't
dude.
even look at our IG. That was like the whole thing from
Obviously I
Yeah.
don't. Duh.
Why
Bro.
yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
Bruh.
Now if you come, you can just have White Rabbit for free.
Mm.
Well,
Yes, excellent.
Whale. Yeah.
well.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we have White Rabbit and the red Lucky Candy. We have that in
Okay.
cups, like on the
Oh,
mahjong
okay.
table. So we've got like a mahjong den. You gotta come see it, bro. All of you guys.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
like, Zip's been there. Zip's been there. You all should come. And
Oh,
the
good.
food is like really completely reimagined. It's Asian American food, and the chefs are like top notch. So I don't know, it's a good time, I think. Oh, and just last week we showed the Cowboy Bebop movie. We converted our shop into a living
Oh yeah,
room and showed the
Oh, nice.
Cowboy Bebop movie on a projector. So you were sitting like right there, like watching the Cowboy Bebop movie, and the projector's like just coming from this way, and the rest of the shop's behind you. And it was actually really cozy. I brought my little my rug out. You know what I mean? We got a golden couch. It's fun.
Nice,
Nice.
And that's
That's
gonna be. Oh, actually, I was watching this show. It was I know I probably brought this up in one of the very, very earlier episodes of Bantering Weebs, but Scissor 7,
a
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Scissor 7 is sick. And I want to show it at the shop. Wow, that was a lot of alliteration. Scissor 7 is sick and I want to show it at the shop. But because it's actually like a Chinese anime, it's like Chinese language, but like anime-ish like vibes where there's still speed lines and shit and people are still like, you know, like that. It's basically just about this assassin who uses scissors as his assassin weapon, and he goes around, you know, matching up against other people and being a dumbass. But it's like one of those crazy, like, have you guys seen Pop Team Epic?
No, I have not actually.
It's just crazy off the wall shit. Like, you know how Ren and Stimpy was just like so fucking random?
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like Ren and Stimpy,
Yep.
but like less grim. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
And
like,
less
okay.
coke
it's
involved.
just more Chinese
Yeah.
anime. It's like yeah. It's more kung fu, less grim.
Yeah. And the guy who's the assassin, he doesn't even know he's an assassin, right?
Yeah, at first he
He
doesn't.
wakes up. Yeah, at first, yeah. I think
Yeah.
first season he doesn't really know. Second
Yeah.
season he kind of knows at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, that's what I got. The rest of my shit has been at the shop.
Okay.
So if you have time, hit the shop up if you're in the Oakland area, guys.
Yeah, and
Wanna
visit a
shoot?
stream.
We got our
And on to the
Oh,
guest.
Our guest.
Yeah, I'm passing it along to our guest.
Honor, yes.
I'm doing the Scott Hole.
The Scott
Yeah.
Hall. Well, might show you what I got. It isn't much. I've been
Once
working
again,
a lot.
keep it in your pants.
Keep it, yeah.
Yeah.
Painfully average.
As we said, it's a family-friendly show.
Yeah. No.
To a
yeah,
certain
I've been working
degree.
a lot, but the last thing is what this podcast I think is pretty much what we're going to be discussing the most is the Batman. That was the
Batman.
last thing that I saw. As I am so happy that movie was good.
I'm glad we watched it for your birthday.
Oh my god!
And,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
again,
It was awesome.
happy belated
Good.
birthday.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
happy birthday, bro.
Thank you.
We're
Thank
old
you.
men.
Old as
men now.
shit. Yeah.
We
I
the
feel like
old.
you've aged the least out of all of us, honestly.
Yeah, you have aged the least.
Well,
I think,
you know,
I think you've been de-aging. What the hell's going on, man?
de-aging.
He's Benjamin Button,
Yeah.
guys.
Benjamin Button in it. Yeah. Well,
You're gonna turn into a baby in 10 years.
I feel
He's a
like your
baby.
face is younger, but your balls hang lower.
yeah, yeah.
The lower he gets, the younger he gets.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it
Like
pulls the skin
rings in the
tight.
tree trunk. The length. 10 years ago.
Going down the drain. No.
Yeah, it's just down there braided.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Thank you guys. But yeah, it was good. It was good. It was super good. And I'm happy that it was good because there haven't been very many good DC movies coming out. You know, DC needed one, even though it's not even the DCEU or whatever they call it. It's Batman. So
You should just specialize on standalone films. Honestly, I mean the standalone movies were
Yeah,
good,
their
like
standalone
Joker.
movies have been
All right,
a
can I
lot
ask
better
you-
than.
Sorry. Can I ask you guys a series of questions? Let's just like put it out. I haven't seen the fucking movie, but I'm gonna ask you questions that might interest everybody and me. For example, like how, like, what is it like? Is it more like the original Batman series? Is it more like Dark Knight? Is it more like the animated series? Like, where do the lines go? Is it like Gotham?
It's a
It's more
little bit of
detective.
everything.
Yeah.
It's a
Wow.
little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, it
I,
has
Um,
it has a little bit of Tim Burton in there. It has a little bit
Ooh.
of
the
yeah,
gothicness, yeah,
yeah.
the
Tim Burton,
darkness.
it has a little
Yep.
bit of Tim Burton in there, and then has a little bit of Nolan in there.
Hmm
Hmm.
I
yeah.
caught little hints of the animated series with some of there's a gag in there with two I guess they're bouncers or they're doormen
Yeah,
for a
yeah, yeah,
club,
Oh, the twins,
and
yeah.
so their interaction is straight out of the animated series.
Oh, okay.
right? The twins.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
you
All
probably have
right.
to see it again, Joe.
I
Yeah.
wow.
Some
And
tequila was flowing through
I have
me.
to say, I like the classic look of Catwoman because that's the Catwoman
it
that's more
Yeah.
identifiable.
Yeah.
it was a good look. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
The
definitely.
DIY mask, everything was like it was tight. It was cool.
Hmm.
She's hot. She's very hot.
Yes. Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's my favorite.
She has
Hmm
good genes. That girl got good genes. Good genes. Good
Yep.
genes.
Lenny
Oh man,
Kravitz's daughter.
Good
yeah,
genes.
yeah. Lenny
Yeah.
Kravitz is he's a pretty motherfucker. He's a pretty dude. But yeah, it was good. It was super good.
Yeah.
Very there's they just released the deleted scene with the Joker too. So
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Alan, you could catch that on YouTube,
Oh shit.
and
Okay.
And
because
so you can get
it
a taste.
doesn't. What's that?
Like you can get a taste of the movie.
You can get the vibe of it. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It's crazy. Yeah, watch it. Watch it
So it's
before you
very
go see
like,
the movie.
what I'm hearing
Even
is it's like really stylized.
it's very stylized. It's
More
hard
in
to
a darker
describe.
sense, though. Not
More in a
not like
darker.
not Tim Burtonly like whoo neon colors.
Yeah, no, it's not over the top.
It's not
You get
Schumacher. It's not Schumacher Batman.
no
Definitely not Schumacher Batman.
Okay.
take take the Dark Knight, not the Dark Knight Rises, the one with Heath Ledger.
Yeah,
Bat
the Dark Knight. Yeah.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah, the Dark Knight, and then take the first Batman movie with Michael Keaton and smash them together, and you
Smash 'em.
kind of get the vibe. It's a little
Oh,
more intense, but
it's
yeah,
grittier, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
A
it's
lot
more.
grittier.
Because
It's
the
think
first
of like
Batman.
detective gritty,
Yeah,
gritty
because the
detective.
first Batman had more gangsters in it.
Hmm.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, can I just say
yeah, it was
though,
more thuggy, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
is it like Ben Affleck Batman, but like a better, but not Ben
no,
Affleck?
Oh.
no,
No,
completely different.
Ben
Nope. Not
Affleck was
even.
very physical in his.
Yeah.
Think old like detective movies, like classic Hollywood
Oh,
detective movies,
sick.
and
Okay.
then a
Yeah.
little bit of it's
And
everybody's
Seven.
saying it that it was influenced by Seven,
Seven.
but
Yeah.
take Seven and take a classic detective movie and put those together, and
Oh,
you kind of
that's
get it. You
sick.
get
And get that vibe, that
look.
So like
sense.
noir meets CSI.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you get the
Yes.
look of like a modern movie like Seven, a modern dark movie, but it's almost like told like a classic like
And classic
that's
detective
detective
sick.
story.
style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's
Like
really
first
good. It's
person?
really cool, really unique.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. They're actually they're
Fucking sick.
self monologuing in there.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It gives me
Yeah.
kind of like Sin City vibes the way you guys say it.
And I like the
Yeah.
Kind of
that-
because
Yeah.
I think there's a
Kind
bit
of
of
little bit.
a little bit of a
voiceovers
little bit
too, right?
parts a little bit
Yeah,
parts of it.
not
You do
as
get that.
Just the Mickey Rourke
not
part.
as
Not as
dialed up,
Polk.
but
Yeah,
Not
you
as
get
yeah.
a
The
Polk.
little
Mickey
bit of
Rourke
that.
Not as
Yeah.
Polk. Okay.
So
Okay. I get
Yeah.
it.
Not as
and
Polk.
I like
Okay. So I'm fucking psyched now.
yeah.
Now I'm gonna
And
definitely
Oh, good.
hella try to see
I
it.
like the fact
Yeah.
that Batman his Bruce Wayne is realistically tired in the daytime from fighting crime all night.
Yeah.
This film
Right?
actually shows that instead of actually being a billionaire playboy,
He
like
Yeah.
can like
other
Yeah, drive around in like Lamborghini and freaking
That's
drink with the stars. No, this
no,
motherfucker is
No,
tired. Leave him
yeah,
alone.
he's tired.
yeah.
He's pissed off. He has no time for games like
Yeah.
trying to put on a facade or anything. He doesn't want any part of it. I guess the director uh based his character off of Kurt Cobain. That's what
I
he
can
said.
see that.
Okay.
He was listening to
Yeah, I
Personality
can
Nirvana
see a
when he
little bit
wrote
of
it,
that.
and it's like his character's based off of Kurt Cobain, basically. So he's kind of dark and broody, and
Yeah.
it's grungy. Yeah,
That's
it's
sick,
good.
dude.
Well,
I like that.
Mr. Phantom's show me what you got has pretty much segued into our main topic, the Batman. As you can tell,
The
um,
bat.
the Bat. I am
So,
vengeance.
Bring me the
If you
bat.
ever want,
Vengeance,
so
I'm
before we
vengeance.
go more into tangent and onto that, I think
Yeah.
Joe's wanting to talk about his two
Oh, we
bits.
can do that at the end. We're already rolling with the
All
Batman,
right.
so let's jump in right into the main topic.
Respect the bat.
The movie The Batman.
Mhm.
It's good. I like the art direction on the suit of the Batman.
Oh
Super
yes.
sick. Yeah.
They gave him actual like almost like a collar, which I would
Yeah.
think would be kind of safer for the Batman to get stabbed in the neck, and plus you
Shot.
can give him free range to turn his head. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
A little bit more. The sculpting of the ears is a little bit different, if you notice that.
I'm
And he
gonna
Yeah.
has
look
a
it up
Yeah.
actually. This
yeah,
is not.
definitely check it
I
out.
can just look at it. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
If
I
you've
don't think
ever
the suit
seen
has bat nipples.
yeah, there's none of that.
Yeah, that's not-
But if you've ever seen I think it was the second Punisher movie, the one after Thomas Jane.
After
I
No.
Thomas
forget what
Jane,
his name is.
not.
There's
It's
one
the
after
bigger
Thomas
dude. It's
Jane,
got Jigsaw in it, but that Punisher armor has a collar that wraps around.
Oh
So
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
kind of
Oh,
resembles.
I
It
know
kind of
which
The
resembles that.
ballistic
Yeah.
collar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Punisher, like
It
Warzone or something like that.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think it's
Punisher
Warzone.
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 That's
That's
what
the
it-
one. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was actually good.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm surprised Christopher Nolan didn't use the Riddler for his movie. I was surprised he used Bane because the Riddler looks more like a Christopher Nolan type villain.
It would have
If
made
you
more sense,
if
honestly.
you
Yeah.
see
Yes.
his movies
Yeah.
like Memento, I
Mhm.
mean,
Ooh.
the Riddler would have made perfect sense for a Christopher
Mhm.
Nolan Batman movie. So
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
like the new helmet on the new Batman.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like
It
you
Yes.
can
looks
I
a
see
like
the
lot.
the
Yeah, it
way
different
looks a lot
The
plates.
way
cooler.
they the
Yeah.
way
I
they
like
have
what they
the
did with the back of the skull because most
Uh-huh.
of them just like go down and that's it.
Yeah.
There's like no
Yeah.
contour
Yeah.
on the back. This
Yeah.
one actually it makes
They
him
sh-
look like
It's
actually
almost
actually
a
makes
helmet.
it
It's
and
supposed
then
to be a
and
helmet. Like
the
yeah.
ears are a little bit shorter and they're like
Mhm.
a little bit they're more compact. I like it. It's a more simple design.
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah,
Right.
And they
and
design it more as like an actual helmet that's protecting than
Yeah,
just like just like a cloth cowl or whatever.
it's
So
better for
And you can
fighting, dude. Do you
yeah.
Mhm.
remember what was it? It was like the George Clooney shit where he would
Oh
like
yeah,
Yeah.
really
yeah.
put
yeah,
Michael
Oh yeah.
Keaton had to do that. All of them
The-
had to do that up until the Dark Knight, I think.
that's
Yeah.
why
I
Michael
think
Keaton like was turned off by the part like after the second one he was done because just because of the fact that it
just
took so much out of
the
him in that
armor and the
suit. Yeah,
the
No.
suit that he had to fight in. Like he just
He
couldn't.
couldn't turn his neck, bro. Dude, do you remember
Yeah.
that one
Yeah, it
scene
was
in
so
Shaun of the
stiff. Like
Dead?
every single time, it's just like
Yeah, you just
right.
like follow the shoulders. But do you remember that scene in Shaun of the Dead where Sean's dad comes and visits him at work to tell him to bring flowers for his mom? But when you see him, he's like his back is turned to you, and he turns around just like, you know what I mean?
Just a full body movement.
It's just
yeah.
a whole.
The pivot,
No, the
Also,
an
did you?
aggressive pivot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an aggressive pivot. Like it's like you took an action, like you took an army man and you tilted him up and you turned him.
Mhm.
That's how he looked.
Did you also notice that the forearms are kind of has like metal
Ooh,
rotting instead
yeah,
of the fins?
instead of
ooh.
fins, yeah.
Yeah, it
They
has like
actually had
like
like
rods so you can
actual
like
like.
probably block,
Mhm.
but
I
it also
can't
or
has
yeah,
the
see his
grapple
forearms
system in
behind
it.
him grabbing Catwoman by the arm.
Yeah.
there
Ewan
we go.
McGregor, the
Yeah.
cat.
Strong. Take what you
Oh,
want.
you know what? Can we also
It's a
appreciate the fact?
strong grip.
Can we also appreciate the fact that for once we're not subject to another Batman, his parents dying flashback because we've had
Yeah.
enough of that
Yes.
for
It
They
is
did
Yeah.
mentioned
show
though.
that. Yeah.
It is mentioned.
It's mentioned, but there's no huge flashback of why he became Batman
Yeah.
situation.
And let's
itself.
be fair that this is focused on his early years, so he's not
It's year
that
2.
smooth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's year
So
two.
he's
So
not.
if you're
he
really
looks a little bit
feeling,
more like the comic books and cartoons, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His
Mhm.
armor does. It's like a little bit more robotic. You know what I mean? Like
Angular.
like
Yeah.
it's compact
Because-
with hard edges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because this
And
is
that
kind of
you got-
sitting at
symbol,
year 2
the
of his
symbol's
Batman.
functional.
Yeah,
The symbol
definitely
he uses
functional.
as a tool. Like it's
Oh,
functional. Like he
that's
pulls it off
so-
his chest and uses it.
That's what I want to see.
Fucking sick.
That's
Yeah.
what that's
So,
what the bat would
hey,
do.
It
Joe-
makes more sense.
And
Joe-
then since he has the thing that Joe was talking about, like the bars here, it
actually from
kind of
that
that
itself,
detail is a little like Ninja Batman-esque. You know what I mean? That
Right.
thing.
our boy
Almost like Racer.
on Facebook itself is Manuel. What's up? He's actually saying that potentially those reels itself were potentially the grappling hook refills.
Yeah,
Itself,
that
the
makes
rods.
sense. Yeah, because when he uses it,
When he uses it, it runs out.
It comes off like automatic.
It comes
goes-
out.
Yeah.
There we go.
That is sick.
So that does make like actual legit
okay.
like actual
Oh,
fence
and
where those rods and stuff are.
I thought it was like guardrails.
Yeah.
Like pink.
yeah.
No, it's gotta have some function on it though. I'm
But
assuming
that's actually
everything
as a
else on it
function,
does.
and the way that actually when he did the grappling hook from remembering it itself,
That makes
does
sense.
that does
Definitely.
make sense. Yeah.
And I
The
like
darts in that shit too.
the motorcycles in there.
Right?
Yeah. Being a rider myself, I was like I got pumped up during the motorcycle scene.
Oh yeah.
Every
With the,
cool ass motorcycle from Akira on has just been a cool replica of the Akira motorcycle, the Tetsuo motorcycle.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
With the design of Riddler, what did you think versus his, full body suit to the boulder and suit to this whole, like almost a Son of Sam Zodiac killer look? What do you think of that process?
It makes sense because everything that he's wearing in that movie you could get at an army surplus store. So it makes sense that it's just readily available. You can
Holy
find it. It's not anything that anybody would know about really, but it's able to be purchased. Just on the street.
Yo,
'Cause he's not.
Right.
I love this look.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
the Riddler?
Yeah.
Looking at
It
it?
makes
Yeah.
him look more like a
Killer-ish, yeah.
psycho.
Mhm.
That's what
And
they
the
were going
part
for.
he plays,
That's what they're going for. Yep.
yeah, the part he plays too. It's like if you watch interviews of like serial killers, like when he gets interviewed, like when he's himself without the costume on, it's like it's creepy. It's like serial killerish.
Because he really,
Which makes
he
total
really
sense.
got into it.
Yeah, super good actor. Paul Dano, I think his
Yeah,
name.
Paul
He was
Dano.
in There Will Be Blood. He was the preacher kid.
This guy.
Yeah.
He's the,
Yeah.
I have a straw and it goes all the way across the room. And my straw drinks your milkshake.
Yes, that
He's
guy.
Yes.
that guy?
That guy.
Nice.
He's that guy.
Yeah,
Nice.
that guy. That kid.
Gangs
yeah,
of New York too,
awesome
right?
actor. What's that?
That's the same guy in Gangs of New York as well,
I
right?
think
The
so.
Butcher?
Was he?
I don't remember that movie.
No. I
Oh,
don't think
that's
he's the
oh
butcher.
no, you're talking about
No, different guy? Okay.
what's his
Different
name?
guy. That's a different guy.
No,
Yeah.
but the same movie, the kid that he buys the land from, the preacher kid.
Yeah.
That's Riddler, not the guy that
Oh, okay.
did the speech. The kid, the actual kid that was the
Oh,
the
shit.
preacher
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. It wasn't over
Yeah.
the top. Like everybody expected Jim Carrey, and that was
No.
not.
No.
Yeah, that's not this movie.
Yeah. The way
Yeah,
they designed it, the
absolutely.
way they played it, and the way they the whole vibe and the continuation
Gritty,
itself was
Yeah.
gritty. It was ongoing. It was
gritty noir.
even though there was
crime tale.
some spots were slow or was overall slow,
hmm
you were engaged the whole entire time. I didn't even know how long it was. I was like, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your thought on the Batmobile? The pretty
Oh.
much the early version of Batmobile.
version-
just-
I
Oh,
loved
man.
it.
I
That's
love
my
that.
favorite. I don't care about the Bat tank anymore. From
Nah.
Batman vs Superman.
Straight up muscle
The
car,
Bat
dude.
Challenger. the Bat
That
69 Challenger. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Yes.
pretty much checked the box. Like after that scene that
Yes.
where
Alan's looking at it
I'm
right
not-
now. Yes.
I don't have to
Holy
see
shit,
the scene,
dude.
but that scene, like, okay, that checks all the boxes because that's one of the
Right?
boxes you have to check on for a good Batman movie. Is a
The
Yeah.
good
moment he
car
fucking
chase
starts
scene.
that shit up,
Yes.
oh,
Oh,
This shit
it's
looks
not a
like
Challenger. It's
Bat
a Charger.
Max. You feel
It's
me?
the Dukes of Hazard car.
yeah,
It's the Dukes of Hazard car.
with
The
I
whiteout
69
love it.
freaking
Charger.
like
Yeah.
super soft suspension because when he jumps up, that shit's hella hanging. The suspension is like hella hanging. So when he
Batman
drops down,
literally did the
whoa,
Dukes
whoa.
of Hazard jump in the movie.
Yeah, he did. He
Wow.
did.
Yeah.
That's tight. Wow, I like it.
Yeah, we
So
did
sick.
mention the motorcycle. I mean, as we already mentioned, it is kind of touching on
Mhm.
the year two. So everything
Mhm.
we are expecting from Batman of a starter movie has already been explained for the most part. Or you're expected to know this at this point. You
Yeah.
know, his
Can
parents
you
are
guys see
dead.
what this
We
is?
get it.
Can you
What
see
is
what
that?
this is?
I
This is an
see.
RC. This is an RC Batman 2022 Batmobile car.
Oh yeah.
100
They sell
bucks.
little ones. They sell little ones at Target.
$100. Yeah,
for an
Yeah.
no,
RC.
Yep.
too rich for my blood.
Limit
So
What
5
do you want,
sick.
days.
Dave?
Oh, this is a pre-order.
It's a pre-order.
Wow.
It might be the
Uh,
bigger one with the gas-powered
that-
engine in it.
It says
about
it's 1/10 scale vehicle. 1/10 scale.
Mhm.
That's
the
pretty
other
cool.
guy in Manuel's saying when he's revving up the car. Oh my god, my heart felt like a little kid again.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more, dude. Yes,
When that fire was screaming.
yes, that's
Uh-huh.
oh man,
What's your
that was good. Yes.
What's your thoughts on the James Gordon, Jeffrey Wright playing
Jeffrey Wright.
James
I
Gordon? He did a really
thought
good job.
he did.
He did a good
It
job.
was a good team.
Yeah.
Good team up.
Mhm.
That was a
It was
good
a good team
chemistry
up.
on that. That was really good itself.
It was good. Yeah, I liked him. He's in a show, Westworld,
Westworld.
the
Oh.
Westworld remake. Yeah,
That's right.
He
You're
was in
right.
Westworld. Yep.
I liked him in Westworld. So yeah, he was perfect for me.
And,
Yeah, I thought he was great.
and you know what? I honestly didn't know how to feel about John Turturro being in there because he's kind of over. Just from my experience in the Transformer movies, kind of over the top. But he played a
Yeah.
good gangster. He
Oh,
played,
Yeah.
dude,
he played
yeah,
a good gangster. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
smooth
Yeah.
talking.
perfect.
Yeah.
Usually he's
I'm
kind of
coming off of remembering
goofy-ish.
him as Jesus from The Big Lebowski.
Oh shit.
Remember where he licks the bowling ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
That guy-
messes with the
that guy
Jesus.
is a gangster. Yeah, he
Yeah.
did good.
He actually plays pretty tough.
Yeah, and you know you wouldn't recognize Colin Farrell as
Oh,
Penguin.
uh,
Mhm.
okay. I was
What?
gonna
Oh,
leave.
you?
I was
Oh,
gonna
I'm
leave
sorry.
it for Alan
Oh,
to.
my-
That's okay.
What?
Nothing.
Colin Farrell's in it.
Colin
yeah,
Farrell.
Colin
So,
Farrell's in it.
young
Go
Colin
find
Farrell.
Colin Farrell in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go and find him.
go find him.
Look
Go
up.
find him.
Tell me if you see him.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll pop up. Like Google first thing, it's
Is he
gonna
gonna
pop
be?
up as who he
Is he
is.
gonna be like in a phone booth somewhere, like looking around all crazy?
No,
see that movie?
no, it's just you're not even gonna recognize him, but it's gonna be the first thing that pops up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Young Colin
okay.
Farrell.
Damn you,
Yeah.
Colin Farrell.
The Bat.
Yeah.
So
So yeah,
it's
it's
funny.
own new thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we haven't even mentioned who is playing the Batman. If you haven't watched it already, it's Robert Pattinson.
We haven't
Robert
mentioned that.
Pattinson.
Yeah, Pattinson.
Yep.
Pattinson.
Pattinson.
Robert
Pattinson.
People don't
Pattinson.
know he's
Wait,
Uh,
it's
he-
more
not
famous for
Patterson.
Twilight.
I thought it was Patterson, but I
It's
guess
Pattinson.
it's the
Robert
bursting
Pattinson.
bears.
Pattinson.
Put some
Yeah.
respect
Pattinson.
on his name.
Fuck you! I'm Team Jacob.
Yep, the light. Yeah. So just coming
No,
from.
dude.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dude is a badass. Like even from his movies that he did a few movies before this one to try to like get rid of the whole
The Twilight
The
state.
Twilight
thing
state,
falling
yeah.
around. Dude, the dude is like a legit
Yeah.
good actor.
Yeah, just based
Yeah.
off the Lighthouse that I watched,
Mhm.
like that one we
Mhm.
over because
Yeah.
it was just it was just him and Willem Dafoe,
Yeah,
and those
just
two
black and white.
carried the
Yeah.
whole movie. Yeah.
There was a firefight.
Yeah. I've been watching people do reactions to that movie recently.
Oh,
Like they're
really?
just discovering it on
Boondocks?
YouTube. Yeah, the
Oh,
Boondock
That's
he's
thing.
fucking nuts. Hey,
Hilarious.
have
in.
you seen In
I
Bruges?
forgot he was in Tenant too. The Tenant.
Oh, he's in Tenet.
Oh yeah, Tenet. That was a really good one. There's a movie I'm looking up right now. He did it back in like 2016 or 17. Um, maybe even earlier. But it's just him in a limo, basically. What's his name? The director. I can't remember, something Lynch.
David Lynch?
Oh, David Lynch.
David Lynch. David Lynch did a movie with him where it's like kind of futuristic, and it's just him in a limo the whole movie, just riding around talking to people in this limo.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to look it up. It's like Megapolis or Megatropolis or something.
Oh, wait, No, it's not Metropolis.
Not
It's not
Metropolis.
Metropolis. It's like Mega. I'm gonna look it up right now. But the way he played that part in that movie, I'm like, he's basically Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Like I was like, so they were. It was like, I think because of that, it kind of stuck with other people writing these movies, and it's. Let me find the
That's cool.
good time. No. And it's such a,
City
and
of
nobody saw that movie. Nobody saw it.
Shame.
Cosmopolis.
Cosmopolis?
I'm pulling it up right now. Hold
Cosmopolis.
on.
So it's like a
Cosmopolis.
made up
2012.
island.
2012. Yeah,
2012.
it's basically, look at this. It's Bruce Wayne.
Cosmopolis. Okay.
Yeah.
Cosmopolis.
Nobody saw it.
Manuel
Nobody saw
Castillo
it.
says John
100.
Turturro was such a good Italian-esque crime boss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He actually it shit off the goofiness of him, and he was really serious, which
Yeah.
was
He
really
Yes.
was
good.
smooth talking too. Smooth talking.
hmm
Yeah.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
what did you guys think of Andy Serkis as Alfred? He had a lot more work to be doing in that. Like, I mean, he did a lot of work. Like, he was helping him solve puzzles and whatnot. Just like, wake up, it's time for food.
Mhm.
Wow, he
Here's
kept
your
him
suit.
on task, like he's like a good Alfred does, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he did a really good job. I liked him.
Yeah.
I like it specifically because he's kind of a rougher looking dude.
Oh, yeah.
And the
He's more
way they're
younger.
making Alfred
And the
out
way
to
they
be
had
in the
Alfred.
comics
Mhm.
now, he's supposed to be like ex MI6 or something. Like he's supposed to
Yeah,
be like ex
Yeah.
military, and he
ex-British
trains.
military.
He trains Bruce and all that. So it makes sense because he's scarred up. Like you can tell he's been through some shit. Like he's a rougher looking dude.
Yeah.
And yeah, his whole thing is like I'm teaching Bruce how to do this stuff, but I don't want to. So he's kind of like pissed off too. Like everybody's pissed off.
That's
Yeah.
tight.
Everybody's pissed off in the movie.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Oh,
fucking
so I
grumpy.
get it.
Sounds like
Everyone's
real
just grumpy
life.
and pissed off.
Oh, it's
Sounds
about
like real
stress,
life.
right? It's
Yeah.
about how people different people get hit with stress and how they handle it, right? Because
Yeah.
like
Yes.
what you guys are saying leads me to believe that like he's always tired. They show the tiredness part of it a lot. He's like never really that happy, really grizzled. And then Alfred is also the same way. And everybody else who's like part of this world kind of sounds like it's a bit darker because of that crushing stress. You know, the darkness of Gotham.
Yeah.
And I was gonna also want to say that the Joker is supposed to be a standalone movie, but the
Mhm.
Joker touched on the fact that the Waynes family aren't angels,
Yeah.
and the
Wait,
movie
you mean
actually,
Riddler,
The
not
movie
Joker,
touched on that too. Yeah.
right?
huh?
You're talking about the Riddler, how he kind of exposed all that stuff.
Yeah,
Now,
but like the Joker kind of touched on that.
Hmm.
That started with the Joker.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah,
With Thomas Wayne has possibly having the affair, and then like he's
yeah,
trying to cover up with the guys who got murdered.
oh, you're
yep,
talking about
You
the
know.
Joker, the movie
The
with
Joker, the
Joaquin
movie.
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
are
actually
you
really
trying to
loved that
connect the
movie.
two?
It's not they're they're most likely not connected, but
They're
it's
not.
still delving into the Waynes
Where they're not
Mhm.
such
family.
perfect people?
Yeah,
that
which is more realistic because
everyone always
politicians,
push it.
politicians
they're,
aren't
they're more
supposed to,
politicians
you know.
than what we thought they're in past iterations of the family, that they're saving Gotham and they're angels and they're always giving their money to everybody, and
Hmm.
in the end they're politicians, and
Hmm.
they're gonna be political like
Hmm.
any other politician.
They're gonna do
um,
politician stuff. Yeah,
yep.
Yeah.
So, and
Politicky.
kind of dirty. Yeah.
politicking.
Yeah.
Did
Um,
you can I ask a question
go ahead.
about the Joker?
Hmm.
So
Which the
that
Joker for
movie,
this movie, or
no,
or you
like the
mean
The
the
movie
movie
The
Joker, like
Joker,
Joaquin
Joaquin
Phoenix Joker?
Joaquin.
The Walking
Okay,
Phoenix one.
sorry.
Because I remember there being a lot of mixed reviews, especially among my friends. A lot of people didn't like it, but I fucking loved it.
I fucking
So
loved
it
it
really
too.
makes me want to know what you guys thought about that movie.
Who's gonna
Me
go
and
first?
Joe freaking love that shit.
We loved. Yeah,
Yes.
it's. How can you not? I don't understand how you can not like that movie.
Yeah,
I mean, if people are going there expecting Jack,
Yeah,
Oh,
Jack
Hugh,
Heath Ledger or
Nicholson.
Jack
Hugh Jackman.
Nicholson, it wasn't supposed to be that kind of movie. It never was,
no,
and they told you that. That's why it was
yeah.
rated R.
Yeah.
And well, it's
You know.
obvious
Yeah,
that it's not
Yeah.
supposed to be that kind of movie.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
am. I like. I love that movie too. I love that movie too.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be realistic, and I just say I still like Heath Ledger's. They're two different Jokers, but
They're
I
two
still like
different.
Heath
They're
Exactly.
Ledger's.
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
they're
Um, 'cause
totally separate. Yeah.
Heath Ledger made the Joker look more like a force of nature.
Yeah.
He's more
Yeah.
like a force of nature in the Dark Knight.
Hmm.
Whereas the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix kind of made it more of a made it more of a mental health thing, and
It was a yeah. It was a
Personal
really hard to
mental.
watch mental health movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
But
Perfect. It was perfect.
that's how the diamond's made, right? Under pressure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that
but
diamond got
Exactly.
cracked.
so
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I mean, it's comparing. I guess it's in the end, it's comparing apples to oranges.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
still love
They're both
love the
fruits.
yeah. There's both
They're
fruits.
both fruits.
But I still love Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal of it. Um, if you connect it to wrestling, like if you watch wrestling, Seth Rollins actually was in his current gimmick right now. It's inspired by Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. If you watch Monday Night Raw. He developed the same mannerisms and the way he talks. So, um, you know, definitely am a fan of that. I just still say that I like Heath Ledger's Joker, and that's not knocking on Joaquin Phoenix's at
Oh
all.
yeah. No. No. I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah,
Yeah. It's so hard to compare because uh
It's two
just
different
the
styles. Like,
heaviness, like
Yeah.
there's the Nolan movies, which are supposed to be like almost not really family movies but close enough, and then you have
Yeah.
this one movie that's basically watching a horror movie about somebody's mental health, and it just happens to be the Joker. Like if they didn't connect it with the DC logo and
it could have
have,
been anything
like,
else.
it could have been anything. If they didn't mention Gotham, and
Hmm.
it was New York City
It
or
was.
some big city, and it just happened to be this dude who was a clown, and it's a dude's mental health downfall. It doesn't even have to be connected to the comics, and I think that's what threw a lot of people off. Is they were expecting a comic book. They were
Yeah.
expecting a comic book related movie, and it's not. It's not. Other than the names of the city, you know, and Thomas Wayne, and the little flash of the scene after Joker at the end of the movie where it shows the death of the Waynes. If those weren't in there, then it
It could
might
have
as
been
well
any other
not have
movie.
even been like a connected. Yeah, it's crazy. It was good. It was super good.
Yeah.
I think that's such like a really great point about it because
Hmm.
they're literally saying it could have been any Joe.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Yes.
excuse my
yeah,
yeah, excuse my
yeah,
French,
yeah.
but it could have just been anybody and without those small details, literally, we're saying it could have been anybody.
Yeah.
And I like how they minimized the detail of the Wayne murder and stuff too. Like it wasn't like it might as well have not even been in there. You
Yeah.
know, it was just like
Yeah.
a secondary thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
It's fucking tight.
that's what kills it for me is that people like expected it to be, you know,
One
Heath
thing when
Ledger.
Yeah.
They expected it to be Jack
That's-
Nicholson, whatever, and it's just like
That's
no, it's
that was the whole.
completely different.
That was because
Yeah.
it came off. What maybe was it a year or two after Heath Ledger's portrayal of Joker, right? So they're still.
Yeah, it was a little while
I
longer
think
than
it's a
that.
little bit
But
longer than
No,
that
It might be
because
longer. The
we
Joker
have
came out
Jared Leto's
2 years
Joker
ago.
in between,
about 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably about 5. Right.
and I
Yeah.
think the sentiment that people who don't like the Joker movie is how I feel about Jared Leto's Joker.
he was a little, he was a little out there.
Yeah,
He didn't, honestly, he didn't get a chance. Like they cut most of his shit out anyway. So
Yeah,
it's like,
that's
Yeah,
true.
he didn't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree.
the editing was
He didn't get a
terrible.
chance.
The editing was
you-
terrible in the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys watch Jack Snyder's Justice League? The reboot?
No, I have
Yes.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
actually made
Batman-
a meme about it.
Yeah. The Batman Joker scene that was at the end of that, like the nightmare. It was a nightmare Joker, nightmare Batman. Ooh, dude, that Jared Leto Joker. Oh yeah,
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Like,
that was
I
good.
want
I'll have to
That
watch
one right
it.
there
We'll
was
see.
good. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it.
No, yeah, it wasn't no tattoos, none of that. He wasn't trying to be a rapper, kind of, it was just dark ass Joker, messed up grill, like just like crazy, like that. I want to see that Joker, and I think they're
Yeah.
gonna bring that one back because they're supposedly letting Zack Snyder finish off.
Yeah, and they
his,
better do
Justice
that.
League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a pair of
That's
shades.
the rumor on Twitter or whatever, is that they're restoring the Snyderverse, and that's like a big hashtag going around. And all the actors from the Justice League movie are retweeting that.
Yeah, Ray Fisher. I mean,
Before the
Cyborg
Snyderverse,
didn't get his,
Yep.
didn't get his chance to shine because
Yeah.
Cyborg's story was really interesting in the Snyder cut, and unfortunately, Whedon jossed it out, jossed it out of that.
Do you know? Have you guys heard of all the stuff going on with that? Like, apparently,
Yeah.
Joss
we
Whedon
had a
getting canceled
lot-
and stuff
Yeah,
right now.
that was
Yeah.
actually
We did an episode on that.
topic. That was
Yeah.
one of
Oh, yeah.
on a whole
Actually.
Whedon cancellation.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did
That
did
was
a
one
whole
of our earlier episodes.
our earlier
Yeah.
topics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, Dark Side. I would it would have been interesting to see Dark Side because he's their Thanos. He's the DC's Thanos, and I just
Mhm.
it would have been nice to get just at least finish his vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, finish his vision. Unfortunately, his daughter, his
Yeah.
death was, took precedence, over
Yeah.
everything. But
Yeah.
give the man his due and let him finish out because a lot of hardcore superhero fans want to see a good superhero movie.
Yeah.
We want to give DC a fair shake. Marvel got a chance to live up their cinematic universe. Let DC do theirs.
Yep.
Because even the MonsterVerse is finished out. We
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Godzilla and King Kong. Even the MonsterVerse is finished out. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
just looking forward. And just wondering, what's your other favorite Batman mediums? Like,
Ooh.
I became I read manga. I don't really read graphic novels, but the graphic novel that I did read through was The Dark Knight.
Yes, The Dark Knight. Yeah, the one from the 80s.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. The comics are all really good.
And I did read through Batman Court of Owls. That was the other graphic
yeah,
novel
that's what I
series
was
that I
gonna
read.
bring up.
And I
Were
was
those on-
and they are gonna bring the Court of Owls in video game form.
Ooh.
They did
Ooh, I'm
show.
down
Oh, I was hearing about that.
Yeah.
I was hearing about
Yeah.
that.
Were
Yeah.
there were Batman comics in Valiant and Dark Horse, right?
Dark
Kind
Horse,
of.
there's
They did
Like, for example, there was
crossovers.
like one Dark Knight where he was actually like a knight from the feudal ages, carrying like
Still
a
DC,
shield
I
and was
believe.
riding like a black horse and shit. Do you guys remember that shit?
I
I think this
I
is after he
vaguely do.
dies.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that
After
one.
Darkseid
They
kills him,
did one
right?
where he was a vampire too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a
They did.
pirate.
Yeah,
I think I
No, there was
think he's a
definitely one
pirate
where he
too.
was a vampire as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
from like the '80s, early '90s,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
older
There
ones.
was
I was,
some
Yeah,
oh,
really dark, gritty
Pretty
Batman
ones.
comic,
Yeah.
Batman universes too. I mean, like, Batman on Planet Hulk or whatever.
what? Batman on
Didn't they
Planet Hulk?
have Batman in his suit, like fighting again? They didn't never did a
they
crossover.
They
had.
had Planet
I
Hulk,
don't think
but
they
I
had
don't
that.
remember
I
seeing
know
Batman on there.
Marvel and DC did at one point. I think it
They had
was
a
in the early
crossover.
'90s. They did a crossover
They
where it
did
was
a few
Marvel versus
crossovers.
DC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
There was like a few
specifically.
what
it
ifs
might have been
Yeah,
it might have been
yeah.
the alien
comics.
one I was thinking about actually.
Oh, Batman versus Aliens, Batman
Yeah,
versus Predator.
yeah.
Yeah, he's been all over. Like they've crossed him over all over the place. So yeah,
Yeah.
It's amazing.
yeah.
And
That-
how many people played Batman Returns the video game on Super Nintendo? That game
oh,
was
dude.
sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That
like
game
for
was
sure,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, just the fighting mechanics alone. I mean, I know it kind of felt like Final Fight, but in Batman form. Just the way
Yeah.
you fought everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was good.
Yeah. Batman Returns the video game was definitely awesome, and Batman the original Nintendo game.
Mhm.
That game was
Man, that
hard,
was hard.
but
Mhm.
I could I used to play that every day. Back in the day,
Yep.
when I had Batman on my Nintendo, I would come
Mhm.
home from school, play through Batman, beat it, and then just be finished and just do something else.
Yeah,
That's how video
Like
games are
that,
back.
literally,
that's
we
how it
able
was.
we able beat
Yeah,
it within
you
like an
just
hour,
you can just
sometimes
beat
And
the
then
game
done.
and then
hour and a
just
half, 2 hours.
go on your
Yeah.
day. So just to show you, I mean that game is considered really I don't want to say a masterpiece because everything's a masterpiece,
For
but
its time.
um
Yeah.
Sunsoft,
It's really good for its time. Yeah.
yeah. And then other mediums. I've watched Batman when he was in feudal Japan. Batman Ninja.
Ninja.
Batman Ninja.
Oh
Batman
yeah, I saw
Ninja.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one
That
was sick. I like
I,
that. That one was awesome.
I do want to just mention before we go too far away from the video games that I was super impressed with Batman Arkham.
Oh,
Yes.
That whole
Batman
line,
The
Arkham
Arkham game.
Asylum. Batman
everything
Arkham
about it.
Asylum and
The,
Arkham
and
City. Arkham
yes,
City was sick.
City.
the
Yeah.
best part about the storylines of those and that universe of Batman is that it followed the animated series.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
It
And
had Mark
that's
Hamill
why I
as the
fucked with
Joker.
it.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh my
That
god.
animated series was awesome, man.
I remember
Batman
that one.
animated
I
series.
played
Yeah.
through Arkham Asylum, and then Arkham City was very fun to traverse. It was more open world.
Yeah.
When I just run around, beat people up, counter.
Yeah.
Counter.
Or like
Yep.
just hanging around gargoyle heads, and
Uh-huh.
jump
Chop
down
down.
on people and just beat them up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that shit was hella fun. It was a good game.
yeah.
I guess there's supposed to be the people who do Grand Theft Auto is working on the next
Rocksteady.
Batman game.
Rockstar?
Yeah.
Rockstar?
They are.
Rockstar, did they do the
Yeah.
last ones too? They did the last ones too.
I
didn't
think
they?
they're doing.
No, I don't think Rockstar did The Last of Us.
No,
2.
no, it was shoot, I forgot what they're called, but
Might have been
There was
their
no,
Their
no,
parent
I think
company
it
or
was
something?
hold on, I have it
It's
here.
Naughty Dog.
Yeah, there we
Naughty
go.
Dog.
Naughty Dog. Yeah, I was
So
gonna say.
Rockstar is supposed to be working on the next one.
Oh shit.
Is it?
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think that's what's going
That's
on.
the one with the Court of Owls, because I remember seeing a preview and
That's
had the
Yeah,
Court of
yeah,
Owls
yeah,
in
yeah.
there. Yeah.
I'm for it. At this
Mhm.
point, Rockstar can do no wrong. They've fucking killed it with GTA 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
mean that game is
ridiculously good game,
that,
way ahead of
that
its time.
game.
Red Dead Redemption. Hello.
Yeah.
I mean,
That shit's
there's
so
that one
good.
too.
So
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
I'm into all those. They just have such like a good sense of humor. And if they're gonna do Batman,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be fucking great because they won't fuck it up by taking it too seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as the combat is enjoyable, like in the Arkham games. Because I am coming off of playing Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, and the combat system in those games is excellent. I mean, you really feel like Spider-Man.
Is it?
So
I've never played them. Is it similar to the Arkham games?
it's similar to the Arkham
It's
games, but
similar.
it's there's a lot more techniques. Um, you can button mash too, that which makes it fun. But you can also add style points and use the web slingers, and there's a lot of stuff you can do, and it's fun. You're
Yeah,
just
you can
swinging
like
around.
tie people to other things. There's
Yeah,
like anchor
yeah,
points and like physics
Nice.
and shit. It's pretty cool.
yeah. So
Very
it's
cool.
so I mean the Arkham games have been out for a while now, and I hope that Rockstar sees Spider-Man and can see, okay, let's see what we can do to make the genre go forward and see what's Batman can do. So
Gotcha.
yeah, so yeah, let's hope. And I like the Court of I like the Court of Owls storyline, so I hope
Mm-hmm.
they go on that.
Yeah, I
Nice.
think one of the storylines I did like for the Batman, um, was Hush. At least the first volume of Hush was really
Mm-hmm.
good. Second volume, not so much. I don't know.
Yeah.
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 I have a
I
couple too.
I think they're
Go.
supposed to. Well, they. I think they teased a couple of the characters in the Batman movie, the new Batman movie from Hush.
Mm-hmm. Did
They
they?
mentioned the doctor's name. I can't remember his name.
Uh,
Um, the guy, Hush. They mentioned Hush.
I did see the word Hush pop up.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, speaking of we're talking about the Batman movie. I was talking to another person, and they said, "Have you heard the theory that if you were to remove Batman from the movie The Batman,
Hmm.
everything would have just fall into place?
It would have been fine.
It would have, yeah, like
They say that about a lot of movies. Actually, I've heard that about
because
other movies as well.
it's Riddler who found out everything. He's the one who mastermind and found out all the information. He was just giving Batman all the breadcrumbs to kind of bring it to the
Follow.
light. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
here's all the info. You all you gotta do is follow.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Very true. Yeah.
That's true.
Um
Yep.
God, I love that movie. That's a good movie. My favorite
um
Yeah,
Batman
I
movie
It's
so
have
good,
to
far.
watch
man.
it a second time.
Yeah, it's so good.
I still have to watch it a second time. And don't.
Definitely a
Yeah.
Yeah,
rewatch for sure. A couple times.
a couple times,
okay.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many times
Yeah.
did
At
we see
least.
300 in theater, Joe? We saw 300
You
when it
saw it
came
I
out
think
like
like
four
at least
times in the theater.
4. You yourself went 4. I think I went twice with you or 3 times. Maybe
I
Holy
twice
think
with
we
you,
went.
once
shit.
We had to
with
have
my
gone three
bro.
times. I remember going to Eastridge with you at least 3 times to see it.
The
Bro,
the
have you
last
guys
time
Yeah.
seen
I
it on
saw the
Blu-ray?
movie. Oh,
Have you seen it on Blu-ray?
What?
300?
300?
No.
We haven't watched
Oh
it
my
since.
god, bro! If you love that movie,
Uh
it's
huh.
like, have you seen The Dark Knight on Blu-ray?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like that. It's like when you first see The Dark Knight on Blu-ray, you're like, fuck, this is high res right here, like in my
Oh yeah,
eye.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And when you
Okay,
see
I see what you mean.
300
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
Blu-ray, dude, it's so that's all
Even
you
a
need.
god can
Mhm.
bleed.
Yeah.
I'm a god.
This won't be fast. You won't enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Well, now I gotta
Okay.
buy it on Amazon real quick.
Yo.
And with that, I think we're gonna wrap it up on the Batman, and I want to go back onto the soapbox for the what the hell do we
My two.
call it now? My 2 bits,
Yep.
and I just want to give you know a RIP to Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon. Uh, he's one of the big innovators. He's one of the
Mhm.
people that helped WCW have that big explosive pop when they left WWE. Um, I was talking to Christian. He's one of the big innovators for the
The
ladder
ladder
Ladder match.
match
match.
Yep.
with
Man, that Shawn Michaels and
Shawn
him, that
Michaels.
that classic
Correct.
match. Oh man, it was so good.
And he was also willing to help push the smaller wrestlers. He helped push Sean Waltman, aka 123 Kid, aka X-Pac.
Xbox.
And he also helped Jeff Hardy out.
Yep.
So I mean, he's always willing to give his time. And apparently, he also that crow gimmick that Sting had was
Yeah.
a suggestion from
He actually
him.
shot it to him. He actually
Yep.
proposed that to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he definitely contributed to pro
A
wrestling.
lot of pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that finisher was really unique. That crucifix.
the Razor's Edge.
The Razor's
Yeah, the
Edge.
Razor's
Edge, yeah, dude.
Crucifix
Mhm.
slam. Yeah.
That move made him my favorite character in Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah.
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 That was a fun finisher in Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good one.
Remember playing Royal Rumble, by the way? I mean, I was what late nights. Me, you, me. I remember me, Zip, and Kramer and your brother. We would like play
Yep.
Royal. And you know what? And if you play Royal Rumble, it's kind of like playing real wrestling, because if you accidentally throw your friends out of the top rope, they want to get you back, just like in wrestling. You know, it's like, because you accidentally throw your friends off the top rope because you want to go. So it's just like in real wrestling where they're accidentally throwing their tag team partner over the top rope, and then you want to get them back. So
yeah.
that's what was
Yep.
funny. playing
We're
that game.
supposed to be in an alliance. God
Yeah.
damn it.
They like
Fuck
beat you
you.
up a little bit, and then they go back to like normal.
Yeah, definitely had blisters because grappling in those
games with those
wrestling
little
games.
fucking-
Yeah, you had to constantly press the button to win the
Yeah.
grappling match
Mhm.
exchanges.
Just
Yeah.
the constant B. Mash it B. Brah!
Cheating with the auto on the upgraded controller with the auto.
Or the turbo,
Oh,
the
yeah.
turbo, the auto or the
controllers.
turbo controllers.
I created a
Hell
special technique, the hyper tap with the tremble. I call it the tremble method. You just like lock your arm. You guys know this, right? You lock your
Yes.
I
arm
know it, yeah.
so that your hand shakes, but then the part that takes skill is actually holding it like the right distance, right?
yeah.
So
You can tap
it makes
hella
it makes
There's
it
a
tap.
sweet,
Yep.
So you found the sweet spot into
Yep.
getting it. Yeah.
Exactly.
What about the rapid nail?
The rapid
No.
nail.
Well, I mean, do you use the tremble method to make the rapid nail, or do you do that?
Oh, you
I do
just brush your
the-
nails across
the
it?
nose.
Oh,
Not bad.
dang.
Not bad. Not bad. But I
The
found the
rapid
tremble
nail.
method to be faster.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You gotta make that noise too.
Fucking start smoking and shit.
The speed sprint.
Yeah.
Real quick, favorite Scott Hall moment.
That's
Dude, I can't even
Ooh,
think of
man.
one.
how about the moment when they all hug in the ring? The curtain
Oh,
call.
The
the
curtain
curtain
call.
call.
The curtain
Yeah.
call.
With Triple H and Shawn Michaels and
And
and then
Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash
Kevin
and Scott
Nash.
Hall.
Kevin Nash.
Yeah,
Their
that was the
final
quick.
days in WWE. Well,
Yep.
at least their
The
first
last match.
final days of WWE, not their return of last days. I'm making
Alright.
it more confusing than it has to be.
That's good. That's a good one. I wanna since everyone's still thinking about it, I wanna lay out my
Alright,
favorite
okay.
moment was Royal Rumble. I believe it was Royal Rumble 1993. It was the championship match. Bret Hart was the champion, and Razor Ramon. So it was Bret Hart versus Razor Ramon, and I just remember, that's the first time I actually really know. I before that he had a lot of those vignettes of him like in like some ghetto in like Cuba, or it's supposed to look like Cuba. Just saying, just being he's the man, and he has a toothpick in his mouth. That's really cool. And then he made his debut in the smaller shows, like in Superstars of Wrestling. But his first big main event that I can remember was Razor Ramon versus Bret Hart. And I just remember like he just like walking down, and you hear that music. He has that toothpick, and he's fighting Bret Hart. And I think that match helped cement Bret Hart as the underdog, the undersized technical wrestler that that can beat wrestlers taller than him. And Razor Ramon / Scott Hall contributed to that. It really made Bret Hart look good. And watching that match, because I recently watched it on Peacock last week. Um, Bret Hart didn't have to carry him because Scott Hall was a great wrestler too. I mean, he can definitely hold his own against Bret Hart, and he's a better wrestler than Diesel / Kevin Nash. So out of that whole crew, I mean, Scott Hall was really great, and because he definitely solidified Bret Hart as the underdog that never quits, and he's a champion because for the longest time we believe that the champion always has to be the big guy with the big muscles and the big and they transitioned away from that, and this was WWF without Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan wasn't there anymore. And that made Bret Hart, I mean, he became my favorite wrestler
He was my
after
favorite
that.
wrestler too. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was the underdog. He was
Yep.
undersized, but he was very technical, and he found ways to win. So, and Razor Ramon helped in that.
Yeah.
And he looked
Well,
like the
he is the
80s.
best there was, the best there is, and the best there ever
Definitely.
will be.
I mean that.
Shining in the
I mean
market.
that was obviously from from Scarface, but Scott Hall made it his. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he owned it.
Uh, Actually, speaking of, we mentioned Bret Hart. He will be doing a signing, I think, sometime soon here in the Northern Bay. I forget what day it is. I might get back to you guys on that, but
Oh,
I'm
one
gonna
of my
try to go
friends
and.
is gonna be all over that, and
Oh
you
yeah,
know who?
Arthur. No,
Yeah,
I'm gonna call
Yeah.
him out, Arthur.
yeah.
Calling you out.
Oh, he has autographs from most of the big wrestlers. He already has Scott Hall's autograph actually. Um, when I think the NWO he was in
Yep.
Lodi. They were in Lodi, I think 2 years ago, and he got that autograph. So
Nice.
Joe knows.
Joe knows
Like
what?
Joe knows because you're a collector too.
Yes, I am a collector.
Yeah,
Speaking of collecting, Eddie, I was mentioning to you guys, GameStop is taking pre-orders on Cactus Jack, uh, Eddie Guerrero, and
Undertaker,
Undertaker Pop Funkos. Undertaker's coming out of he's doing like the full
the
vertical
casket.
get up from the
Ooh.
casket.
Yeah,
Eddie Guerrero's on
Armageddon,
top of his like
the
Impala like
lowrider.
lowrider. He's like standing on the hood or something, and then you have Cactus Jack, I think, going like it's like bang bang.
Tight.
So
Nice.
those are coming out. You can get those, I think, pre-order at GameStop, exclusive, I believe. So.
Nice.
They should just throw in a Paul Bear, honestly.
Ah, the
Ooh.
He's holding the urn. Yeah, that
Going to earn.
would be cool. Yeah.
Paul
Who's in the
Bear.
urn? Himself. No. Um,
Ooh.
Schrodinger's ashes.
am I in there? Am I not? You don't know. It's closed.
Oh, you gotta open it to find out.
You can shake it. Yes. No.
Probability.
So I mean, Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon, he's one of the members that started the NWO, the first originals, the original three. So which helped skyrocket WCW on its lull. They brought it back. And it's
Right.
crazy. I'm wearing the Bullet Club, and the Bullet Club has adopted the Too Sweet.
Yep. But now they go low. They go so
They
sweet.
go,
Down low, down low. Yeah, they go down low.
Do they turn it upside down or do they
Yeah, they
just?
turn it
Yep.
upside
they
down.
just
Turn it
They
Oh
turn
upside
it
down.
upside
wow!
down.
Oh
Yeah,
wow! Okay, that's
It's
yeah.
a tickle tickle.
Tickle,
lascivious.
tickle.
tickle, tickle.
Yeah.
Digga, digga. Digga,
Just,
digga.
they're just bowling, right?
They're just bowling. Yeah, that's a bowling.
Horrible, horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they turned on Tama. By the way, you saw that, right,
Yeah,
Joe?
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I already watched that.
I saw that a couple of days ago.
God.
God. Yeah.
Yep. Which means let's hope they I hope they sign with WWE so we can have Bloodline versus or the Usos versus God, but
What's surprising, Bad
can
Luck
only
Fale
wait.
still stuck with the Bullet Club.
Yep, Fale's still there.
Yep.
That's the surprise.
I
Any
think
other
I think they
memories
should do
of
like
Scott
an
Hall?
alternate universe where they have like the Japanese Wrestling Federation come through, and just one guy comes through, and everybody else is like, "What the fuck?" And he's got all these skills, and everyone else has to like do this like montage, and then everyone gets better at wrestling on our side. Boom! That's how you do it.
It's called Daniel Bryan. No,
Yeah, it's called Brian. It's called the American Dragon.
the American
Okay.
Dragon.
Oh,
The
He's gonna make
Oriental
a better
Express.
wrestler out of you.
dream match would be Bret Hart versus Daniel Bryan.
Damn.
Technical versus
Technical
technical.
versus technical. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, how about a three-way match? You throw Dean Malenko in it.
Dean Malenko.
Yeah.
Dean
Yeah.
Malenko was the man of a
Yeah.
thousand
I
holds.
mean, yeah, but he wouldn't have anyone. He'd be going out to crickets. But yeah, that'd be a good wrestling
Mhm.
match.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know
Not a
it's
Dean
true, Joe.
Malenko
You know
fan, I
it's
see.
true.
He was a
uh,
good technical wrestler, but he didn't persona wise. He didn't really push a lot.
I think
Himself.
that's just him. But yeah, he has great wrestling. I think like John Cena's moveset, Dean Malenko actually trained him on that.
Oh, yeah, throw
Those were
Cartman
Oh,
in
really?
Dean
that.
Malenko's moves, yeah, from John Cena. So
John Cena's what five moveset?
his five
well,
moveset, yes, the
well,
five
obviously
moves.
we can't see it. So,
You
Yeah, we
can't
can't
see
see
it,
it.
so you
Yeah,
know.
uh, question: does everybody have a alcoholic beverage close by them?
Nope.
I do
Uh,
not.
I do not have
I
alcohol.
I drink it
I,
at all of mine.
I
I
have
have
alcohol in the
a
Oh,
house, but
can
let's do a
that
toast
we could
though.
say, you know,
What's your
Any
ton of?
any
What's your
it is
ton
a
of
rock
beer?
any.
star.
Let's just toast one to the bad guy.
All right.
hey
Bad
yo,
guy.
Hey,
Hey,
to
yo.
Hey
you,
yo.
Chico.
Cheers.
Mm.
oh,
Whoa,
delicious.
whoa! Breaking news: the
Your
drummer
breaking
of the
news.
Foo Fighters passed away.
Dave
The
Grohl.
what?
No, not Dave
No,
Grohl. No, Dave Grohl's the lead singer
The
of the
other
Foo
guy.
Fighters. He was the
He
drummer
was. Oh,
of
sorry. He
Nirvana.
was the drummer of Nirvana. Yeah.
Nirvana,
Nirvana.
yeah. Hawkins,
But
I
Interesting.
forgot his name, but yeah.
what? Hold on, I gotta
Yep.
look at this.
Just right
damn.
now.
Taylor Hawkins.
Dang.
Are you serious right now, bro? What the fuck?
Wow.
Oh no.
Shit.
Oh yeah, this guy. Dang. I remember his
Oh.
face actually.
Yeah.
You know it's crazy. They're coming out with a movie.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
I
like
saw
a
the
horror movie
preview.
or something.
Yeah, I saw the preview of that.
Hmm.
It's pretty much they
Yeah,
go
man.
to record an art album in like a haunted house. It pretty much possesses Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl kills
Yeah.
the whole band and goes solo.
Yeah.
It was just an hour ago that it got released.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That
He's
It
sucks.
50
was
years
just
old.
released.
Wow.
50.
Dang. Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh, RP.
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe we shouldn't be talking about death. It's bad luck.
Yeah.
Because
No.
that's just Jesus. Another one bites
Oh,
the
Jesus
dust.
died
Yeah.
and lived. Right? He did live and rebirth, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on.
All right, let's move on.
Well, let's
All right,
move
Joe.
right along.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Move on to the closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts.
Yeah, let's go ahead and roll our closing thoughts. So this 2 weeks not too bad. My physical work at work is ridiculous. Movies are great. Batman is definitely a watch, if not a double watch in the theaters. Uncharted was pretty good. A lot of backstabby. Tom Holland taking off his shirt if that's what you're into. Um,
That's for the tweens,
Monster Hunter.
man. The tweens.
For
Yeah,
the
I know, right?
twins.
Tom Holland. Um, but yes, watch Batman. If this is a
Mhm.
Batman, going to be your first cinematic Batman, I'll say yes. Go ahead, take the
Please
dive.
do.
Mm-hmm.
tight.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
Joseph.
say you wouldn't
I
you wouldn't tell
concur.
people to like see like what if somebody had never seen Batman at all? Okay, like they're just like, oh, I
Okay,
heard there's a new Batman movie. Who's Batman again? Would you be like
I
telling
won't
them to
tell him
watch
it's
other stuff first, or
no.
just say go ahead and watch the fucking movie?
If they don't know Batman at
Thanks,
all,
Manuel.
huh?
Sorry, Manuel was saying amazing podcast tonight, fellas. I was saying
Oh,
thanks.
Thank you,
oh,
man.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
If you do not know Batman at all, I do suggest watching, one of the Batmans that explicitly tells about his parents' death. If you do know about Batman and know his backstory mainly, and want a little bit of a different taste, definitely the Batman. Watch it. It
Mhm.
is good. It you know what? With all the detective work, it makes me feel of the more earlier side of Batman, where he was more of a detective in
Tight.
a
Mhm.
just a
Detectives,
psychopath in the in a
Especially
detectives
from
costume.
if you read the
exist in
comics. If you read the comics itself, the roots of the
What comic?
comics, that's
I
where
think the
they get the
animated
rights from.
series went really deep
Yes,
on his detective
anime
skills.
series. Yes,
Well, I mean, if you think about also his different Robins are all different aspects of him.
That's
Dick
true.
Grayson is his physical. Tim Drake is his detective.
Yeah.
Um, Jason Todd is his more unstable and like insecurities. So
Mhm.
if you think of it that way,
That's the Beyond one, right?
no, that is the third Robin, right?
third
Jason
Robin.
Todd's
Yeah,
third Robin,
Jason
the
Todd's
one
third
that
Tim
gets
Robin. That
Drake is the
that
third one. Tim Drake is the
or Tim
third
Drake.
one.
So
Right. Yeah.
Jason Todd's
Yeah,
second.
Jason
That's the
Todd's
one that gets
second.
killed by Joker, and then
Supposedly, he becomes Red Hood.
well,
becomes Red Hood.
he's put in Death in the Family comic book series. Remember,
Yeah,
he was put into the box with fucking dynamite, blows up,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got beat with
and
a
then
crowbar.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then
Mhm.
he's apparently Red Hood after becoming going to the Lazarus pits and being
Yeah.
resurrected. So he has
yes,
that insane
Ra's al
um
Ghul.
woo.
hmm
I forget
Yeah.
who actually brings him. I don't think it's actually Ra's al Ghul. Batman
It's
brings him
not. It's
to
not
one of the
Talia.
Raza.
Lazarus pits that he
Oh,
found.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
think depends. The I don't know if the comic and the cartoon have different versions of that.
They're
It might be the
different.
same. I can't remember. Yeah, it's different.
They're
mm,
different. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it
but
depends on
yeah,
which version you're of the Red Hood you're looking at. There's two. I think there's two, possible three different ones.
possible three. Yeah. Because the
because
video game
also the
too.
Red
Did
Hood
they
is
go
also
into
the
it? Yeah.
Joker. The Joker's
Bum bum
technically
bum.
Red Hood before he
Started
became the
off before
Joker.
he got dumped in the chemicals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
was also Red Hood.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh.
So yeah, and then Joseph, our guest star or guest member. Whoop.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah,
What's
that
your
guy.
Uh,
closing thoughts on
Yeah.
today's podcast?
Closing thoughts are thank you guys for having me on. It was fun. My second podcast ever. Yeah, yeah,
Blast.
it's good time. I appreciate you guys putting me on. Go see Batman, Alan, definitely go see it. Anybody else watching this, go see it. It's good, even if you're just to see a different take, on a Batman movie. Like it, just go see it just to see the different take. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Get tattooed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you want to get a tattoo and you don't, you're in the South San Jose, correct?
South San Jose, Blossom Hill, down the street from
Kind of
Oak Ridge
the
Mall.
area. Yeah.
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 If
You
you're
can
here in
follow my
California,
Instagram, JRT Phantom, just like it says on the bottom of the screen right
That's
there.
all. That's all. That's
yes,
all. Some of his work right there. Right
Yeah.
there.
I tattooed
that's
Alan,
all of his work
tattooed
right there.
Joe, tattooed David.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
Christian's left,
Right.
right,
My right
Christian?
shoulder.
Yeah,
Right, Christian?
yeah. Tattoo everybody.
No,
Give
I'm
me
not
a
gonna pressure you on that. But yeah, get a tattoo. Make it meaningful.
Make
Get
it
tattoo,
meaningful.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
Pleasure.
And then we're gonna go on to this way for your closing thoughts.
All right.
No,
Up
I'm
to
talking
Alan.
about you there, Chief. Huh.
Oh shit. Wait, do
Up to
we
you.
pass on closing thoughts now? I thought we were done.
And kind of
All right.
do your own little wrap up.
Your
That's
wrap
cool.
it up,
up.
Okay.
B.
Your personal wrap up.
Wrap it
We'll
up,
be
B.
shuffling now,
So throughout the
basically.
course of this of us talking about Batman and like the Batman universe and multiverse and stuff, I realized that the one that had the biggest, so the 2 points of Batman that had the biggest effect on me was the Michael Keaton Batman movie.
And
Okay,
Val Kilmer.
no,
Oh,
and the
Pussy.
animated series.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Later
Yeah.
anime
on,
Yeah.
series.
yeah, I mean, then a bunch of stuff, right? But later on, then the next biggest milestone was Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight.
Hmm.
Mm. Swear to me,
Yeah,
Yeah.
where are the other drugs going?
yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I had thought about that and like of everything. Like I had toys and shit from that one. I had I really loved like the long Batman with the grapple hook, the Batmobile with the grapple hooks and shit.
Yeah.
That was
Uh-huh.
tight. Like that was
Uh-huh.
innovation with the Tim Burton like vibe. That was
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
And the music, dude, that made everything. Like Tim Burton, or sorry, I think it must have been like who was it, Hans Zimmer or something like that, who did
Probably
the
on.
score for like that Batman movie with the
Yeah.
Tim Burton like vibe on it with the clowns out in the street, dude. That's
Yep.
you can't really replicate that. You
And don't
know?
forget about Prince.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
What
can't
is it? The
ignore
Bat
Prince.
Dance. Yep.
yeah,
The
dude.
roller skate picture? Yeah.
I sent it to them.
Yeah. That's my favorite. I want to blow that up into a poster.
You should make that into a T-shirt, bro.
Yeah.
Where
Fucking tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, about Batman and all that stuff. I'm definitely gonna go see the movie. It sounds cool as hell.
yes.
I'm glad that you guys all validated me about the Joker movie.
Oh,
I thought it was
yeah.
brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mhm.
really
Yeah.
just about like the breakdown of a man
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
just like normal means. Like this could happen to anybody who had a really shitty like upbringing.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like becomes the Joker, and like that shit happens in real life though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it happens.
Yeah.
But anyways, on a lighter note, I'm gonna go watch that movie. Check out my lighting; it's cool. All right, on to onto this
All right.
guy.
On to
Guess up
that
to
guy.
me. All right. We already said enough. Go watch Batman. Said it's a totally different take. It's a very gritty noir detective
Noir.
nuance. Like, yeah. um, movie is not the normal way you think of Batman itself, but if you think of old school classic comic book reading and stuff,
Sick.
and add it into the new age,
Mm-hmm.
you have what you of Batman itself. Um, I'm not sure what else we need to say on it, man.
Oh yeah.
Take your time,
Also, be
watch it.
prepared to sit 3 hours for that movie.
It's
a long
3
movie.
hours.
But
It's
Damn.
3
It is,
hours.
but
And
it
it's
won't
still
feel
good.
every
Every single
hour.
second.
as you said,
Yeah.
as I said earlier, prepare to watch it itself. It's 3 hour long,
Good to
but
know.
but it makes it so engaging that I didn't even know it was 3 hours itself. I was like, oh, it's already over. Why is it over?
Mm-hmm.
You could still continue so much more with it
Yeah.
itself. So really engaging, really good movie. Go watch it. And
Yes. Yes.
so next time, guys, let's pass it over to
Oh,
I
This
can't
guy.
place
That way.
CEO,
that guy now.
not PO.
Yeah.
All right. So, like everyone says, just go watch the Batman. But if you want to do your homework or if you already did watch the
Dude, who
Batman
wants to
and you
do
want to,
homework, bro?
nobody.
says the guy spinning around in a circle.
Yeah. If you did watch the Batman and you want to get more flavor and you didn't watch some of the movies that are inspired by it, please go watch Seven. If you already watched the
Yeah.
Batman, watch Seven.
True.
Watch The Usual Suspects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, watch
Go
The
What's it
Usual.
about?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what?
read.
And
Yeah.
and read Sherlock Holmes. I was a kid and I read one of the books that I would read when I was a kid was Sherlock Holmes. And like I said, I I don't really read comics, but when I was a kid, I remember reading Sherlock Holmes, and that's the same type of flavor that you'll get. So
Sick.
watch Seven, The Usual Suspects, and Sherlock Holmes, and read Sherlock Holmes.
I mean, watch
Um,
Sherlock Holmes. Pretty good show.
and watch, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good movies. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. Yeah,
Yep.
and
No,
Actually,
not the
series.
movie.
Oh,
The
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 series
no,
with
Cumberbatch movie.
Benedict, yeah, with
Cumberbatch.
Benedict, yeah,
Yeah.
Cumberbatch.
Cumbersnatch.
Yes.
Also, if you want to add, if you want to add on to
Cumbersnatch.
his watch and whatnot, read The Longest Halloween Batman. Read
Mhm.
Batman Year One, and that'll kind of
Ooh.
give
Yeah.
you a kind of
Yeah.
a comic book scope of this
Mhm.
movie.
Yeah.
And
Other
Right.
than
I
that,
think that's a good
other
choice.
other than that, I also want to make a comment that as far as the animated Batman goes, I just want to make a commentary that um, the Batman series that I was really into, I would watch the Batman animated series, but I didn't have cable, and Channel Two was very fuzzy.
I thought it was
Mhm.
So
20. Wasn't it on 20?
I
WB
remember
I think
viewing
20.
it
it
on Channel
depends.
Two,
Depends on where
but
you are, what kind of service you have.
but
Yeah.
Batman Beyond was on 20. So Batman
Batman
Beyond,
Beyond.
I remember Batman Beyond was kind of in the came in a transitional point in my life. So I already this was after high school. I already graduated high school.
Mhm.
Um, and I was it was after I used to work at Great America. It was called Paramount's Great America back then. But the season was over, and I wanted to take a year off from school, and I didn't know where I wanted to what I wanted to do. Didn't know where I wanted to work. I just remember um, I remember working at Toys R Us, uh, working at Toys R Us at the time,
Sick.
and I
Yeah.
hated working there because it was at the height of the Pokemon craze.
Oh.
It was
Oh
at the height of
no.
Pokemon Gen 1.
Dang.
It
Yeah.
was at
Yeah.
the height of Pokemon Gen 1 and the height of the tech deck craze
Oh.
as well.
The only
Oh
thing
God,
that
Um,
was
tech
protecting
decks.
you was that cage, bro, that you were in.
yeah, so
Yep.
um,
You
I
remember that? You go
remember,
like give the ticket and then they give you a
Mhm.
cartridge
yeah,
for the
I
cage.
I
want
was
this
just,
video game. Can I get this one? Fine, I'll go into the back and find it.
but but the thing that really kept me sane was going home, and they had Batman Beyond, they had Pokemon, and I think they also had Tiny Toon Adventures in that block. But I remember just watching Batman Beyond, and
Batman Beyond.
Beyond
it
was
was very great.
sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
Batman
Mhm.
Beyond was
It
I
gets
awesome.
remember.
gritty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, so just that was that was the as far as animated series, I kind of prefer that just because of what I was going through at the time. So yeah, so that's my take on it.
All right.
Yeah, that's my take on it, and I hope
Yeah.
everyone has good time at the movies,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Okay.
Very cool.
Well, until
Buy that
next time,
popcorn.
this is Bantering Weebs signing out.
Have a good one,
adios,
guys.
Chico.
See ya.